Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. I am doing the December daily, December Ephemera, day 3 of Luise He and Barbara with 49 Dragonflies, their December daily. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. But it's a fabulous idea. So I'm making ephemera in December. And so this is what the prompt was for today, for December 3rd. It was Woodland Animal and Seed Packet. So this is what, let me show you what I've done here, and then we'll make another one. This one is obviously kind of Christmassy, and here's, I've got a hidden paper clip to hold it shut, and then if we open it up, we see these sweet little images. This is from, can't think of it now, but it's a couple of years old, a few years ago anyway, and I loved it, and I had, you know, a few things that were left over, and this is definitely a woodland animal and done in the pinks, and so I decided to highlight one done in the pinks. This is my own faux washi tape that I learned from Rachel with Roxy Creations, and that was fabulous. Okay, so then you have some journaling places here, and then you also, let me put this back together, then you also have a pocket because of this that you can put a tag in. I've not gotten a tag yet for this, but I think we'll do one for the next one that we make. But isn't that cute, you guys? Peas, a very popular home garden vegetable. Now, first of all, I was just going to leave this plain because I was planning on it being glued in a journal, but then I just think this is so cute. I like this. And these are vintage. I picked up, let me show you, in an antique store a few weeks ago when hubby and I were going to see Fall Color. We took 2 days on a Friday and a Saturday, and unfortunately we were too early for the Fall Color, but I did have fun going in this antique shop, and I picked up several of these as I knew that this was coming up and wanted to participate. So let's go ahead and make one up fresh. Okay, put that aside. And this is my my drop cloth kind of paper. This is freezer paper, and when it gets really bad on the freezer side, then I turn it the other side, and this is, you can see where I spritzed some color on there. Okay, so what we're going to do first, this is the one that I have decided to use, this sweet corn. Now, I thought it was really interesting that these were open on the bottom, and obviously I want mine to read right side up. And so what I did this before I turned the camera on. I do apologize, but I just very, very carefully tried to open this. And now I'm going to finish, because I've got some fuzzies here that are making it to where it really won't open. Okay. All right, I think that should be okay. So I do want it to open this way, so we'll make this the pocket front. And we'll go ahead and fold up the bottom, and we'll just glue that down, and then it will all will be right with the world. And I thought for this one that I would deliberately make it ephemera non-Christmassy, especially for those of you that maybe it's still just even too early for Christmas, or maybe you really don't celebrate Christmas, just so that it would be fun. Okay, so the next thing that I did was I altered my sack just a little bit. I used a stencil, and let's see, let me get out some goodies here. See what we can do. This one. And I really need to get some more. I want to get some paste, you know, that's just a little bit more of a, to give a little bit more body. But we'll let this work in the meantime. Let's see, where's my spray bottle? I'm okay with getting messy, but I don't want to. If my hands are all messy, then they're gonna get on things I don't want them to get on. Okay, so I always keep a raggy washcloth to help with that process. By the way, how are you doing? I hope that December is treating you very well. I hope you guys are enjoying doing this, that you're joining Barbara and Luise. And I'm certainly having fun here. Okay, so the next thing I think I want to do, well, let's think about that. I don't want this to be like bright, but I want it to be able to show through the layers somewhat. So, do I want to put any color? Let's see, let me bring my little paint tray over close by me. You can't see it, but it's one of those carts that has three little, you know, shelves, if you will. And I'm thinking, let's see, what color, if I'm going to use a color, what color do I want? You know what? I think let's just go with the white, because I'll also be spraying this. Anyway, okay, let's give it a try. So I'm just kind of doing a smush and lift. And I am totally not even close to an expert on any of this stuff. But it's fun, you know. Just because I'm not good at it, I can still play. I could still play if I wanna. And so can you. And hopefully you will do something just, you know, just for fun. Okay, well that was a mess. That's all right, that's all right. This can be messy. Okay, I'm gonna kind of wipe this off a little bit because I don't want that getting on everything else. It's not like I'm this great housekeeper or anything, but okay, so we're going to have to let that dry. So I'm going to just set that aside for a minute, and I will bring out, let's see, what did I do with these? I had these the other day when I was working on the other one. So I'm just going to continue and just kind of smush on my rag paper here. And obviously that needs to go in the garbage bin, the nastiness. Okay. Okay, don't want to, you know, waste all this lusciousness. This is going to turn out to be an amazing paper to use for collaging or whatever. Okay, so since we're waiting for that to dry, what we can do is go ahead and get the images. I decided for this one I would do these sweet little bunny images. Are those just the cutest? And I just got them off Pinterest, you know, just typed in bunnies and just all kinds of things, you know, came up. And I picked a couple of those. So for the paper that folds over, let's take this apart again. For this part, this is going to be put with this. How did I do that? You'd think I can remember how I did it. It was only yesterday, right? I did washi tape. This is some of my washi tape here as well. Okay. So I want, and this is the same size, so rather than use the one that's drying, I will glance at this. Okay, so it can't come over more than, say, 3.5 inches is what I'm thinking. Does that? Yeah, or even a little bit less, 3.25 is what I've got here. And I think that's nice. So what we want to do is to find some paper that you like that will match with what color combination you've decided to do. And so I'm doing the yellows and probably the light greens. So my paper, I could even have my paper be, well, I want them to be able to journal on it. So let me see. Let me just, I'm gonna stand up here. I'm right by you. I'm looking at some of my other papers that I may have printed out. Okay, that's pretty bright, but I don't know. Like I printed lines on that. And have I done some softer ones? That's the question. Let's see. Let me pull out a few things here. And I have these lines that I have both horizontal and vertical in two types in my Etsy shop. The narrow lines, and then I have wider lines as well for those that don't. So you could print on both sides. These I have not, but I've printed in different colors, but I've been using a lot of them too, so I don't know if I currently have one printed with a softer yellow, and it looks like maybe I don't. Okay, well, you know what? I think would be fine to go with perhaps the white. It's because we can glue on the things that we want. Let's just see. This, I think, is just going to scream way too much yellow. So I'm going to set that off to the side. And I'll have this be the inside for the journaling spot. So this is the part that I'm going to decorate. Now my envelope, oh, let's see. We'll just pull it back over here. Now I want to see how far I want my pocket. or my journaling flip out or tilt out, whatever it's called, I think about 4 inches will be good. And I'll bring that down at the bottom. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we will set that aside again. And first of all, I want to trim off this edge that doesn't show. My ruler slipped. Let's do that again. Let's do that again and shore that up. Alrighty. And I won't need to flip it over because it won't be going that long. So let's see. We've got about 3.5 inches, so 7-ish, or maybe 6.5. Maybe that will be even better. So let's get this out. Let's get our one of our other rulers. Let's do 6.5. And if you've got a paper trimmer, yay, that's fabulous. I used to, but I don't anymore. And my quilting rulers are working great, and I do love them, so we will use those. And then I want, what did I say? Did I say 4 inches, guys? Is that what I said? What did I say? What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches, 4.5-ish. Let's see. 4.5. Let's go, say, 4 5/8. Let's give that a try. Okay. And we will just give that a fold right there, as we are going to attach this to here. Now, another thing that you could do, here are a couple of things to give you options to play. One, you could slit this open very carefully where it's together there, and you could slip this in, and then it will be hidden. I like that idea. It would be hidden in here, and you could stitch it, then stitch it back together or glue it back together, right? But if you do that, then some of that will be taken in, and then this will fold over. So if you were to do that, you would want, let me show you here. Then you would want to do however much you're going to go inside, you would want the top part outside of that, so that when you slip it in, it's free to move. Free to move. Does that make sense? Okay. And so, with that in mind, and this is going to flip out, I don't think I want to round the corners here. I could round these corners, I think I will, just because that will make this a little bit easier to open and close. I use the rounded corners not so much for looks as much as just because it makes it easier to open and close, and it doesn't get in the way of things. So then this will be ready to use some washi tape and secure that, and then this can fold and then fold. So I think what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to, with my heat gun, I'm going to finish drying this so we can do the next step, because we have a couple of things that we have to let it dry for. Yeah, okay, I will be right back. Okay, this is dry now. So yeah, so I'm going to be spraying this as well because it's going to be the background for these little guys, these sweet little bunnies. And I don't want that to be white on there. Okay, let's see. So I've got coffee, I've got a couple of greens, and I've got a yellow. So I'm thinking. Well, let's try a green. Let's try a green. Okay. Then let's try yellow. I mean, I really don't know what I'm doing here. We're just kind of playing. Ooh, isn't that kind of a cool one? It makes those colors all kind of go and, okay. Excuse me. Get a sip of my water. Okay, I know this is pretty like intense on that. And we're just going to round that out with some coffee. All right. Let me put this underneath because I don't want it to get on my mat board. The heat gun, because it will melt. Okay, for those of you that are really uncomfortable with the sound, turn your sound off now while I use the heat gun here. So it's really a kind of a random thing. And obviously this will go to the other side where we'll be journaling, but that's okay because you'll absolutely be able to see through that. It did end up pretty bright though. Maybe I'll put some more coffee on that when I get done here. And of course, I could let this run down, and that looks cool as well. Okay. Almost done here. I apologize for the noise. But if you really want to see the process, then you kind of get the noise along with. Okie doke. And I don't mind if these papers are all scrunched up either. I like the look, I like the effect. Okay. I'm so sorry for that, but some really do want to see, the process. Now I'm going to do the back, and I'm going to go over this with coffee as well to tone that down just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and finish up. Turn the sound down if this bothers you again. Okay, we're just finishing up here. Thank you for your patience. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my iron and I'm going to give it a little press. This, not this. If I do this, no, I don't think I will on this. But if you get up close, you can see the fun texture going on here. And I could do some more. I could do like some stamping and some different things that way. But for this particular one, I think we'll probably call that good on that. And I will press this, and then we will put our little bunnies on here, or on here, whatever we do with the, we'll finish the decoration of it. So I will be back. Okay, everything is dry. Now I have pulled out some washi tape and I'm going to put it down. This has little birds, which they are definitely woodland animals, I feel like. It's bright, but I've just decided, you know what, this is going to be a bright little bit of ephemera, and I'm going to be fine with that. Or I could do like these, I don't know, little fish scale gingerbread-y kind of thing on a house that looks like gingerbread. Which. I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. So we'll just go with this. And when I trimmed this, see, I did it wrong. I was thinking, you know, anyway, you know what happened. You know what happened. It's not as easy when you do a corner rounder on, you know, when you've already... It's easier to have straight edges when you're using a corner, when you're tying it into something. It would have been better to put my corners on this edge, and that's what I thought I was doing, but I lost my head and I forgot. Okay, so now what I'm doing is turning this upside down here, because I do want to give myself a little bit of room. Doesn't have to be a lot, but for folding purposes, right? Okay. And this is going to go in. So I will also do this side. And I pulled out another couple of different ones. So maybe I'll use this one on this side. Okay, let's just give it a go. We shall just give this little guy a try. And that will hold this nicely so it won't, oh, come on. Do you ever feel like you're all thumbs? I kind of did there. Excuse me. Okie doke. Let's put those back in their little boxes. And let's burnish that. Okay. So we fold it in and fold it over, and we've got this side tuck pocket thingy, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So I definitely want to tone down some of this. So, and this is masking paper, is it called? It's like painters, anyway, painters use it. You can get it on Amazon. I don't recall the exact name, but that's where I bought mine. It comes in a roll, and it's wonderful. This is about the natural color, this green. Okay, so how much of this? I just want to leave a little border, I think. First of all, let's get rid of the straight edge. Move this down. I absolutely love these clear tearing rulers. I love them. Because they're just, it's so nice to be able to work with something that you can see. Let's see, is that going to, oh. It's just really, really nice. Okay, so we got that. And then we shall do this. All right, let's take a peek, see. Okay. Much better having toned that down. Also, what I'm going to do on this will be to photo, what is this? Vintage photo. To go around and soften all of this as well. Okay. So I hope that you had a very nice Thanksgiving. I probably will have already said that to you before, because I am pre-recording this video, and it's actually before Thanksgiving, and so I haven't got the 5-pound gain as of yet. Who knows? Who knows? I do love using sponge daubers for inking the edges to give them that vintage look and feel. It's just fun. Just fun, guys. And let's go ahead, as long as we're edging, let's go ahead and work on this just a little bit too. And we'll flip it over and do that a little bit. And actually, I do like that this is, now that I had to undo that and it gives it more rustic. I like that as well. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So, oh, flippin' nasty, blah, blah, blah. Look what I did. Allah, Allah. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me just say this. Bad word, bad word, bad word. Okay, I don't know if this is fixable or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. Wow. Were you screaming at me? I mean, not at me, but were you like, Ronda, that's not gonna work, hun? Because if you were, I wish you'd have been just a teeny bit louder. Okay, now let's see. This goes here, then this goes here. So, no, that's not right. You know what, guys? I'm gonna figure this out and I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. And one thing I forgot to do that I actually did on this original was I toned it down with some white paint and just dry brushed. And so I have already kind of started to do that. So, and I do like this much better. So that is what I am doing. Oh, I liked that. One thing about this is, you know, if you really don't like something, you just paint over it, you know. Just keep working till you feel like you've got something that you like. And the reality is, a lot of this will most likely be covered up with some other ephemera or artwork, you know, some images or something. Whoa, get back here. So I do like that better. And I have also been dry brushing this. So it was a good thing that I was messing up on how to do the washi, and that I actually did the right thing when I trimmed the side that I trimmed. Go figure. Oh, you guys, sometimes I'm just like, where did my brains go? And I can't find them for quite some time. And of course, I've edged around here, but I can edge again. You know, it's no big deal. So we will just let those dry. And this is just kind of even got a little paint on that, and that's fine. I don't mind that. I like a grungy. I just don't like to do super dark grungy and really dark coffee dyed. But I absolutely love the vintage look. Now this one, you really can't. If you get super close, then you can see the writing and whatnot and the ears of corn in outline. But it's just a base. And, you know, you do what you do you. You do you. Wow, what a catchy phrase. Somebody must have coined that on something. Okay, so now what I want to do is... Where did I put that last paper? Let's bring our little, just kind of keep working on this little guy with my scraps, the paint, you know. Okay, so we will let that dry. I will let this dry. I'm going to go ahead and do the washi the right way, and we'll be back and continue on. Okay, I have rewashed, excuse me, rewashed, and I did it right the first time. Didn't realize, but okay. So here we go, just a fun little fold. So you got journaling here, and of course we're going to have images and some art here, and then you can also put a journaling tag, or, you know, just a large journaling card in there as well. Now what I did also off camera is I grabbed my other bunny images that I had. Don't know what's going on with my throat right now. But even with it toned down, and I'm good with this now. I like this color. But this is still really, really bright. And I went ahead and I did some coffee dyeing, spritz some on both of them, and that toned it down a little bit. Let's see. I trimmed a little bit of this paper off, too. It doesn't look like it's toned down a ton, but a little bit. So I decided to whip out these other images of bunnies, and that we'd switch it up just a little bit. So let's pick, and I really, excuse me, just one sec. Let me, scoot away, take a drink of water, and see if my throat can clear. Ooh, I apologize. Okay, so I think that's cute, but it's still pretty matchy-matchy, right? And I love the contrast of these bunnies. And these are just Pinterest images. I just typed in bunnies and just found some, you know, that don't have copyright on them, whatnot. Isn't that just, I love it. It's just like, they're so cute. So, I think I like this one for the front. And what if we put this one here? And what if we make this guy the focal point? And we save these for another project, maybe. What do you think if we do that? Yay? Nay? Holler loud, now, now. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. And I will take these images off, and I'm also going to play with this paper just a little bit more. Let me get a sheet to put underneath that. I thought some stamping would be kind of fun here too. I don't stamp a lot, and so, you know, I want to try to do that a little bit more. And I picked out from my stamps, and I can't tell you, I apologize, but I haven't kept things in packages. I put them in another area. I have plastic sleeves, and I keep them in a binder, and so I put them in there. So I have this going on. I also have this. This looks like the top. And I also pulled out this, and then I have this, my Stampin' Up! Kind of a background, a dot. I've had that for many years. Okay, so I'm thinking, because I don't want to detract from the bunnies, I'm thinking maybe some of these. Let's just pull some of these off and just see. Let's try these. Let me get I have some acrylic blocks, as I'm noising around in my drawer. That's too short. This is fine. And I also have this one. So let's see about just laying that down. And we will get into our ink. Now, I don't necessarily want this to be perfect or bright. Oh, that's cool. So let's just mark things up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good for that one. Now, here's my rag. My little painty rag. I'm going to go ahead. I always keep a little spray bottle of water on my desk. And this is what I do with cleaning my stamps. Because when you just stamp it out, you don't get all the ink off. Just a quirk. Okay. And I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I had all the, you know, the cleaner things that you're, you know, that they sell and whatnot, and I had a cleaning solution and the pad, and I have learned that this works great. All right, So let's put another one on here. Okay. Okay. We don't mind if it's sideways, upside down. There again, it's just background. Okay. Well, let's kind of, oh, come on. Okay. And this is still damp, so I will go ahead and just wipe this before I take it off. And the last one that I'm going to use, I think that's good, but I'm going to dot it up. And this gives kind of the same feel if I were splattering with paint. Not quite, but it gives a similar, that's a whole lot easier. So I'm just kind of, okay. I really like that. I've toned that down a lot. Okay, let's go over here. Let's do a little bit over here. Let's see, that I want to be the last one. Let's go ahead and we'll just do some of this. Whoa! And these are old, so I don't know, the sticky part may mostly be gone. And I hope that you are really enjoying getting in and doing some fun different things. Okay, so we'll just wipe that off. I know this video is long and I apologize, but for a project like this, when you're doing the mixed media stuff, there are several different steps. It isn't hard. None of it is hard. But like some things take a little bit of time to dry and, you know, things of that nature. Let's do, to be consistent, well, let's take a peek-see at this again. You know, I think I'm going to add some music. A music one. Now, where is my, all right. So we will just ink that up. Okay. Like that. And it won't hurt to just have and I'm even going to turn this over because I think that's kind of a cool one to have. All right, I'm going to call that good. So I will again wipe that off. And I will put these aside for now. We'll just kind of toss them in here. We'll clean up my mess after the fact, but I will put my ink and I store it upside down, as you know. And that is something that I learned from Stampin' Up! When I was a demonstrator many years ago. This was during when I was quilting a lot too, but I also did the other. Okay, so now we are ready to put on our images. That is so cute. And I think I want just a little bit of some good background papers. These are fabulous. This is a great little vintage map book. All right, so let's just let's do something. Or do I want... You know what? I want to start with this one. I want to start here. And I want to grab a little bit more stuff. As you can see, we have some fun things. This is from an old vintage typing manual. So let's kind of put that on. I have to say, when I'm doing a challenge like this, where I'm using a prompt from someone, I really do find it challenging, because I'm trying to come up with something that I like from a different perspective, and it's not always that easy, to do that. Yeah, I like that too. And I don't do it all the time, and I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not doing all of these daily prompts, but I am doing some, and I'm really finding it enjoyable to, intermix with the other things that I like to do, and the videos and all of that kind of thing. And of course, it's always fun to chat with you, and I hope you are enjoying our visit. And I would appreciate and love if you would leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And I will be happy to respond. If you are going to criticize me, please do it kindly. Please be loving. No, so my feelers don't get too hurt. Okay. All right, let's see. And we can go ahead and do this edge around the bunnies. So to speed things up, actually that's kind of the same color as that, isn't it? Man, what am I doing? Maybe I should do this side. Okay. Well, we'll just bounce from one thing to the next, right? Whatever works, we'll just do it. Okay, that says Pacific. Specific. All right, let's see. And I feel like that's one of those. I don't want a lot of that showing. Okay. Yeah, ish. Maybe I'll add that a little bit, and that will help, I think. Let's see, where's my glue? You should see my desk now, guys. You should see my desk now. So let's get that. And this gluing from top down, this is from my dear, sweet friend, Barbara, with 49 Dragonflies. I've seen her do this collaging this way with gluing things down, and I love the idea, and so I use it sometimes as well. Let's see. Sometimes when you get something, you just want it there. You want it in the same spot, but when you pick it up to glue it, they don't always cooperate, and it doesn't always go back in the same place. I don't know, what is it about just gluing papers, just a simple little thing of collaging that it's just like, this is cool, this is fun. Now see, I really needed that. See the difference, guys? Without it, it just needed a little extra of the contrast, little different shape, and it makes my eye go up a little bit more to take in the whole thing. Without it, it was just a little bit too compact, stodgy. I don't know. I just didn't like it as well. But now I do. I like that now. So, I don't know. I think that's a delivery confirmation that I wrote down probably when I was checking on someone's order from my Etsy shop. Okay, so now we're going to glue this down, and I am going to then add, oh, I like that. Isn't he just so cute, as little bunny? 4 eyes. I wear glasses. Those of you that wear glasses or used to wear glasses, there was a period of time when I had contact lenses for many years. But I got my first pair of glasses when I was in 4th grade. And, kids can be so mean to each other, can't they? I was called 4 eyes. But I was grateful for the glasses because I was blown away by how much I could see and hadn't been able to see before. So, but being a child and not necessarily being the most careful, I think I broke my glasses 3 or 4 times the first year that I had them. I don't know, and I never recall Mom or Dad, really getting after me about that, or saying anything unkind or to make me feel awful. I just remember breaking them. I don't remember, the after, so I know it wasn't traumatizing, or I would have remembered. Does that make sense? Anyway, okay, now I may go ahead and add a little something here, but I'm not going to worry about that today with you guys. And, well, no, I don't think I will, because this is where I'm going to put a hidden paper clip. And so there will be that in this spot. If I do it, it would just be something very flat. So I love that. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And so I am going to go off camera one more time, and I will finish these, and then I will be back and show you the finished project. And the paperclip video is going to have to be a different video. In fact, I will see if I can find, I have a hidden paperclip video. It's been a while, so I'll have to see if I can find it. And if I can, I will link the video in the description box below, so that if you want to, you can go check that out, because that's a whole nother thing. And I don't want to take up the time. It's already been a long time. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I love you. And, you know, yeah. So I will be right back with the finished product, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, guys. We are done with our cute little seed packet pocket with journaling spot. Remembering from the first of the video, the prompts were woodland animals and seed package. And I have, again, I showed you those earlier. So I just think this is super cute. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to decorate the tag, but here is my hidden paper clip. Come on, come on. So I have added one of my wax seals and some fabric, little cluster on top of this. Excuse me. So we open it up, and as you can see, we've got a little bit, we added a little bit of paper behind the bunny here. We've also added a little bit here, nothing too, you know, just kind of fun as it is. And then it opens up, and you've got this fabulous journaling spot. So this can be hidden. These would make great little gifts. And you can definitely, you could glue this in, you know, if you don't want this to show. I think this is kind of cool. So chances are I will have a tuck spot or a pocket in a journal, and that I'll slip this in so that, you know, you've got this fun stuff going on here. Okay, so just to show you, sometimes these are tricky, you guys, to get. Once you get them, oh, well, it helps if it's going the right way. It really does. It really does. So here we go with both of these, and I'm super excited about them. Thank you again, ladies, Barbara and Luise. This was fun. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love you, and I hope that you will continue to have a fabulous day. Until next video. Bye-bye now.